Fong Village was known for its peacefulness, where the villagers led simple lives, far removed from the troubles of the outside world. But everything changed when people started disappearing under mysterious circumstances. One by one, villagers were found lifeless, their faces pale, drained of blood, and their bodies cold as ice. Rumors began to spread of an ancient curse, a forgotten grave that had been disturbed. The village elder, Lao Shen, warned of a Jiangshi, an undead creature that hops to catch its prey, draining their life force with a single touch. The legend spoke of a wicked sorcerer who had been buried alive, his soul cursed to roam the earth in search of vengeance. Late one foggy night, a young farmer named Li Wei was returning home after a long day of work. The path was shrouded in mist, and the silence of the night was unsettling. Suddenly, Li Wei heard a faint rustling in the bushes. He froze, his heart pounding, as a shadowy figure appeared in the distance. The figure slowly came into view, revealing a pale, rigid body dressed in tattered Qing dynasty robes, its arms outstretched. The creature's skin was a sickly shade of green, its eyes lifeless and bulging. As it approached, it moved in a jerky, unnatural motion, hopping rather than walking, its mouth twisted into a menacing snarl. Li Wei recognized the Jiangshi from the tales told by the elders. He tried to run, but his legs felt heavy, as if the very air around him had thickened. The Jiangshi closed in, its breath cold as death itself. Just as it was about to reach him, Li Wei stumbled upon a piece of old yellow talisman paper stuck to a tree. Desperate, he grabbed it and threw it at the Jiangshi. To his surprise, the talisman adhered to the creature's forehead, causing it to halt in its tracks. The Jiangshi let out an otherworldly wail and retreated into the shadows, disappearing as quickly as it had appeared. Li Wei ran to the village, breathless and pale, to warn the others. The villagers, terrified by his account, gathered at the temple, seeking guidance from Lao Shen. The old man explained that the Jiangshi could only be subdued by specific talismans and rituals that had been lost to time. However, there was one hope. A forgotten ritual could be performed at the Jiangshi's grave to seal it forever. The villagers, armed with hastily made talismans and wooden stakes, ventured into the night. They followed Li Wei's account to the ancient graveyard, where the Jiangshi was believed to have risen. The air was thick with tension as they approached the overgrown, crumbling tombs. Suddenly, the Jiangshi appeared, leaping out from behind a gravestone, its eyes glowing with unnatural light. The villagers panicked, some fleeing, while others stood frozen in fear. The Jiangshi attacked with supernatural speed, its cold hands leaving frostbite where they touched. Lao Shen, with the help of the bravest villagers, managed to corner the Jiangshi at its grave. They recited the ancient incantations, their voices trembling with fear as they pressed the talismans onto the creature's body. The Jiangshi shrieked, its body convulsing as the ritual took hold. Just when it seemed the ritual was working, the Jiangshi broke free with a burst of dark energy, knocking the villagers to the ground. The grave beneath it began to crack open, revealing an ominous glow from within. The Jiangshi's power was growing, and it would soon be unstoppable. In a last-ditch effort, Lao Shen revealed a hidden talisman, passed down through generations, which contained the essence of the sorcerer's own spirit. He approached the Jiangshi, his hands steady despite the fear in his heart, and placed the talisman directly on its forehead. The Jiangshi let out a deafening scream as the talisman burned into its flesh. The ground shook, and the sky above darkened as the Jiangshi's body disintegrated into ash, leaving behind only the tattered robes and a chilling silence. The villagers, shaken but victorious, buried the remains of the Jiangshi deep within the mountains, sealing the grave with sacred talismans. They returned to Fong Village, forever changed by the experience. The nights became quieter, fog less thick, and the air seemed lighter, as if a great burden had been lifted. But the villagers knew that the Jiangshi's curse would never be fully forgotten. They would pass down the story, warning future generations of the dangers that lurked beneath the earth, and the horrors that could rise if the balance between life and death was disturbed.
Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe.